हेलो ऑल वेलकम टू पिवट ट्रेडर्स। आज मैं थोड़ा लाइव ट्रेडिंग करके आपको बताऊंगा कि कैसे मैं ट्रेड करता हूँ। एंड द रीजन टू शॉर्ट द मार्केट इज जस्ट सिंपली दैट मार्केट वाज ट्राइंग टू गिव कंटिन्यूस गैप्स। ओके, लेट मी शो यू। अगर आप मार्केट को देखें, इट वाज गिविंग कंटिन्यूस गैप्स। यू कैन फाइंड अ गैप हियर, find a gap here, and then you see gap exhaustion. The gaps stopped making. Okay, and suddenly today also the market was expected to open gap up because there was a very good results by the banks. So there was an expectation that the gap would be continued and there should be a gap today itself. But considering that there was no gap and it faced another psychological resistance of 37,000, I decided to short the market since the morning. And I entered a little bit late because I got stuck in the traffic, but nevertheless, I entered somewhere around here, somewhere around this point, somewhere here. Like here, bearish candle was formed. It gave the confirmation of a bearishness. Since there was a congestion zone, it will take some pause here. So I entered here. When there was a retracement of this candle, I entered here exactly. Now, how does my trade setup looks like? Let me just draw it here. So I entered somewhere here, and my stop loss is somewhere here, and my first target is black line. Okay, first target is black line, and the second target is below this candle. Okay, so I'm targeting somewhere around this. Okay, so risk reward is 1.64. Okay, a little bit riskier because I was not able to enter early, so a little bit risky, but the trade is there. So you can see that I have sold calls here. I have sold calls, 36,500 calls, and since it came around the moving average, 5-minute moving average, I also bought some puts here because I'm considering that it will take a rebound from this moving averages. So currently we are in loss of around 2,000 rupees. We'll hold this trade. We'll try to see what price actions are formed and how does the market react to it, because I see a lot of volume. Whenever the market is coming down, there is a lot of volume, and that has to be supported. You see the kind of volume. Let me show you here. We're seeing a lot of volume. Whenever the market is coming down, there's a lot of volume there. So that's why we are concentrating that the market should head on the downside only, and it's about 6 minutes left for the European market to open. And one thing more interesting is that the VIX is increasing. So VIX long was the situation which I was telling since many days, that the VIX will increase, and today is the case where the VIX is increasing. This is very good for me because as an option seller, the premiums were almost negligible. So we need an increase in the premiums so that we can sell before the. We're seeing a lot of volume. Whenever the market is coming down, there's a lot of volume there. So that's why we are concentrating that the market should head on the downside only, and it's about 6 minutes left for the European market to open. And one thing more interesting is that the VIX is increasing. So VIX long was the situation which I was telling since many days, that the VIX will increase, and today is the case where the VIX is increasing. This is very good for me because as an option seller, the premiums were almost negligible. So we need an increase in the premiums so that we can sell before the expiry day. So this is the setup. Let's see now how does it. It's about 6 minutes left for the European market to open, and one thing more interesting is that the VIX is increasing. So VIX long was the situation which I was telling since many days, that the VIX will increase, and today is the case where the VIX is increasing. This is very good for me because as an option seller, the premiums were almost negligible. So we need an increase in the premiums so that we can sell before the expiry day. So this is the setup. Let's see now how does it work. So let's see how much we get into this. So if I talk about the price action, very nicely it has been potted now into the profit zone. So we are waiting for the first black line to be reached, and when the black line will be reached, I will be converting my this trade into non-directional, where I will be selling 36,000 puts when the black line is reached. So I will not be squaring off any of the positions. I will just be converting it into non-directional. So I'll be updating what happens next. So as you can see here, there is a formation of a wedge here, and a very interesting spike is happening on both sides. So you can see here, यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा स्पाइक आया, ट्रैप कर रहा है लोगों को, एंड इतना बड़ा विक बना रहा है। ये बड़ा विक बनाने के बाद नेचुरली अब जो ब्रेकआउट ब्रेक डाउन जो जिसकी पॉसिबिलिटी है वो नीचे की तरफ ही है। So let it, have all the actions, all the moves, all the dances, and ultimately we'll just wait patiently कि भाई हमने कैसे इसको materialize करना है। We'll just wait patiently. We don't have to jump on every single moves. We just have to see what the larger time frame is telling us, and it will just do the cause. So if I talk about right now, currently around more or less same position where we left with the last update. So I'm just waiting to have some this LTP of this 36500 to go below around 290 or so, and then I will be very much confident that the black line should be reached next and our target should be there. So still it is trying to pot into our profit zone, so that's good for us. So more it does that, it will just get magneted, so it will get magnetic to the black line, and I'm just waiting for it to happen. So let's see how fast it can happen, right? Let's see. Now we'll also further reduce our stop loss because we can see that quite a stark reaction was there on current previous candle, and thus we can reduce the stop loss and bring it down like here. So now you can see our risk reward has been improved phenomenally. The risk reward stands at around 2.70. So this is quite good now. So बहुत ही अच्छा trade हो गया अब, reward ज़्यादा है. Let's see how it matures. So guys, here's an update. It is around 24,000 of profit here, and there were a lot of challenges by the Bank Nifty in the way it was moving, because you can see that we were expecting that the black line should be reached here, but it did not came. In fact, the Bank Nifty did try to make a wedge here. Let me show you what kind of wedge it was. Let's take this tool here. So it did make a wedge here, and then it broke out and then continued on the upper side like this. Now the problem was that I took away that in open drive here, the Bank Nifty showed bearishness in the morning hours, and that's why I kept on, whenever the Bank Nifty went up, I did close my calls, but immediately I had to resume it again and again. So right now I'm resuming 36,600 straddle. So you can see from my position here. So I'm carrying 36,600 straddle here, call and the puts. Okay. So these I have sold with hedging of around 100,000 points away. So I'm thinking to carry forward this for tomorrow. And the only takeaway from the today's trading hours is that you see that you have an action in place, you see that a plan is there for you to play upon, but that plan does not mature. So even then you can be in profit. How? You just have to accept the factuality how the price is moving, but you have to just keep an intact thing that whatever deductions you have made in the morning, whatever plan you were having holding with, you have to just resume that. Whenever the market is moving against you, just turn off the positions, then wait the market to cool off, and then resume your strategy, because whatever strategies you have defined, and that will mature in itself when you will give enough time for it to take place. So that's what you can see, that we gave enough time for the Bank Nifty to play upon, and I did also update it on my WhatsApp group to my friends here that I'm expecting that at 3:15. So currently you can see the time is 3:25. I expected that at 3:15 the candle would be full red. Why? The conclusion was in this. You see that from the morning we were seeing back to back red candles, and suddenly there is a candle on 45 minutes of 300 points, but there was no follow up at all. So this is what I was expecting, that on the 45 minutes there will be no follow up, and the 45 minutes candle closes at 3:15. And that's why I tried to keep it like that, very simply 36,600 straddle, and I want that the price should revolve around this for a couple of time. And let's see tomorrow what happens. I'm planning to carry forward this. Let's see. I hope you all had a great learning from this video. Have a great day. Bye bye.